to go simultaneously in the YouTube. Hey, Donna. Yes. Thank you for inviting everybody. Love you, love you, love you. This is such a good feeling. I mean, y'all just have no idea like how this has been. Hey, Talitha. Your ears have been doing what, Lovey? Ringing all morning. Oh, that's sad that it says her ears have been ringing all morning. Yes, it should be. It's some energies that are shifting. You know, there used to be this song I said something. I don't even know. I can't get the beat of the song, but it says something about the atmosphere. I think it was like a gospel song or something that was out. Maybe I'm dating myself. That was a long time ago. But I love music, so I'm always listening to music. And let me tell y'all something about this. We've had this conversation before. If you go to my YouTube page, and those of you that are watching me on YouTube, I have a video that talks about should we be honoring the Christian methodologies and music and proverbs and all that stuff that people do. And I talk about that. And my answer is that if your ancestors were Christian, you should process Christian. Welcome, Monique. Welcome. Bonjour, ça va? But yeah, so I mean you should really you should honor them, right? And I'm gonna tell you the early voodoo that was for or hoodoo, right? I'm ready, sis. I could have both so mad at me. He said, Donna, he's not. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Um, but listen, so I just want to tell you, I want to make sure everybody hears what I'm saying about this, right? So when we have ancestors that come before us, those that come before us, and we have to know the history. Like a lot of us are spiritualists, we practice voodoo. This is my first time doing this little thing, really, I think, in a long time. But those of us that practice, right? So hoodoo is a part of voodoo. It's a part of people call animalists, right? um um I forget paganism, all that stuff, like that's all rooted in the same thing. But for our experience with it, when our people came here, especially in the island Americas, right? In like Trinidad, Haiti, Puerto Rico, Cuba, um, all the other places, right? That was surrounded besides even in the coastal lines, usually the coastal lines where they had the least amount of control over us. Geechee Gullah Islands, hey, right? South Carolina, Mississippi, things like that. We were able to still practice certain forms of voodoo, right? And so because we were able to focus on certain kinds of voodoo, we had to kind of mask it with their religion. And so they could relate to this idea of this entity, that was similar to those people that we were worshiping prior to, or what their ancestors did. Welcome, baby. And so we had to get into a mold, we had to get into a space, and we had to thanks, Denise. We had to get into a space. And so this is where we come from. So if you're a family member, if your grandmama, your uncle, your papa, your granddaddy, your cousins, whoever, if they were Christian and you want to honor them and you want to honor our experience, then go ahead and put a cross on the altar for them, for the ancestral altar. Go ahead and recognize that if they had a favorite scripture, if there was a hymn, if there was a song, right, that you can remember, because that's going to center them again. Spirit is spirit, life is life. How we express it and how we deal with it is all the same. And a lot of times the way by which we interpret it, and you can find that because right now I have friends that live in places like Africa where they've been colonized and indoctrinated. The way they see Christianity is very different from the way it's practiced here in America or in any other part of the world. From what I've seen, it's more literal to them, and it's more passionate, I guess is the word, right? I'm not sure what that word is right now. Hey, Markeisha. Hey, Mel. Good to see you again. Erica, welcome. Good to see you again. Yep, I'm learning this new system. I'm working it out. I'm working it out. So I just wanted that wasn't what I was going to talk about, but it just kind of rolled into that. It rolled into that because I think that sometimes what we try to do is be absolute. And when you try to be absolute in your physical world, you mess up the opportunity to expand in the spiritual realm, the astral, ancestral realm, and the astral realms that exist. There are so many different realms out here that we can go into ascension into, and we can pull into our personal vortexes and then spin back out. So I got 26 people looking at me. I got 5 people that's giving me some likes and some love. So I need the other 21 people. If you are watching on the Sista Efua page, I'm going to invite you to come over to Spiritually Speaking. All you have to do is click the link and find me. I'm right here. Go ahead and join us in Spiritually Speaking here on Facebook. And if you're on YouTube, welcome and thank you to all of you that are watching on YouTube. I see y'all. I see y'all. Thank you for the comments. So here's what I want to say to y'all. Tonight, we've been running it tight. Y'all know I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to hit these readings, but I talked about the ancestral connection to our family. This time more than ever. Girl, I got you stuck on the stage, don't I, Erica? Let's see. I got to find you again. Okay, good. Hey, Marlena. So anybody that's watching, anyone that is not in the Spiritually Speaking group, come on into the spiritual, come in the room. But I'm doing it on all my venues today because I want y'all to understand that this is a very important time for us to raise our frequency. The energetic field that is present right now is very pregnant right now with growth, evolvement, and expansion. And if we don't take advantage of it, it's gonna crush us back down when it comes back, because we want this to keep swelling, and we want it to begin to spread out, and we want it to begin to impact every part of our lives. It's already been a global call. A global call has happened. So those persons who are really on a soul level consciousness and connection are going to come forth. Those people that are fighting and resisting, it's gonna cease. I'm just saying, y'all can get mad if y'all want to, but it's gonna cease. Hey, honey, it's gonna cease to exist because you can't be in a space where there is evolvement and just be stagnant, because the movement is gonna come and do like this. So y'all better get ready, get ready. Who used to say that? They used to have a meme about him. TD Jakes, right? Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, right? Y'all better get ready and know this is real deal, Holyfield. This is the Mac. This is anything you can think of. Right. The horizons are hyped for real. I like that. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's deeper. Like, people want to focus on the action. That was just the pop, the bottle top that popped and exploded everything out, that took the lid off of everything. Now it is your responsibility to get your energy, to get your focus, to get your intention set, to be more strategic, to pull into the energy. This is still a 4-year. This 4-year is still going to require you to become very organized, become very grounded, to be more assured in how you move and step. And those of us that meditate, those of us that are listening, those of us that are listening, y'all just don't even know what like this feels like, to feel this energy that is flowing through this space. It almost like when I see it visually, sometimes it feels like it's like a big old wave that's coming over to wash over and wash away a lot of the bull crap, because it's about time that we begin to stand truly as a divineness, as a unit, as a whole divine unit, versus somebody who is just kind of vibing with whatever this physical realm is telling us. We all chose to come here. I know I am intergalactic, and I chose to come here to express and rebuild in this time, to bring about a shift, to be able to mold and alter. And so I'm telling y'all this: if y'all want to be stagnant, if y'all want to be in that bull crap, if you're not willing to take on your spiritual identity, if you're not willing to get your magic, your mojo, your awareness increase, your consciousness is the act of being conscious in and creating some things and allowing yourself to expand. Like, you can transcend. I mean, I used to watch, I'm a Marvel fan, right? But I also watched The Flash, right? And The Flash had this episode when he learned that he could vibrate his hand and he can go through matter, right? So he could go through a solid matter. That means he had sped up himself so fast that he could get through something that was solid, because solid means the molecules are like this. But he was able to squeeze between those solid molecules that were so tightly packed. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Hey, Malika. And I'm just saying for you is that we got to get to that space where you begin to go between the conversations, between the words, hear and feel the frequency of conversations, hear and feel the frequencies of people that are in your space, hear, feel, and knowing, get in a state of knowing to understand how this is run. Hey, Stephanie, welcome and thank you for coming here. But this is about elevation and expansion. Right, honey. Right. I'm telling you, when I watch shows, I'm just not watching it just to be watching it because I don't really watch much television. Sometimes I'll veg out. Supernatural came back, right, with a new episode. The show with the two brothers, Dean and I forget the name, but they go around and they taking out all these evil metaphysical beings and all this stuff, right? Fighting with witches. They fought with Satan. Satan's dead, or whatever. Michael is out on the earth right now and holding and bringing things. And so you have to understand that you should be in a mode of this has been coming. It's been coming forth because it's due. You got to know what age this is, right? You got to know what's coming. You got to know, right, Lilith? Come on now, let's talk about that. We got a whole bunch of stuff to do. So when we start talking about moving into the spiritually speaking realm, when we start talking about having conversations, it just can't be a daddy. Sam, that's his name. The big one was Sam. Yes. Right. Sometimes he get on my damn nerves. His character sometimes be so dumb. It just get on my nerve. Like he like having a woman on the, a traditional, oh, I broke and fell my ankle. So I want to tell y'all this. I don't want to get distracted by that, right? Because the real conversation is about how you can come into a state of conscientious consciousness and begin to to allow and show and be the translucent for or the conduit for the energy that needs to be magnified right now at this time. And when people try to, like I said, when you try to be in absolutes, when you try to say this versus that, when you try to do this, separate what's actually solid, it was supposed to be together, then that's when you had a problems. And that's what we keep trying to do is nitpick for our own comfort levels. But your soul is telling you what to do. That's why people get drawn back into my program. That's why people get drawn into things that are spiritual. That's why people begin to go into this conversation and they want to put things in nice little neat categories. Well, this is the season. This is the time. This 4 years about organization, cleansing. I told y'all this back in January, like late December, January. I told y'all what the 4 year was about. So what we see happening in the physical with human beings on this planet is exactly what's supposed to happen. We had to shut down so that you can clean and organize and get clear and debunk all that bullshit that's in your mind. We had to have a little bit of fear because we were too comfortable and not recognizing our interconnectedness. And so that COVID thing showed us, damn, you can't, what, we really are connected. What? Like, even though they way across the water, it's affecting us. Even though they over there, it's affecting us. We had to have the witness, the execution of a man unarmed, doing shit, what, riding the car, supposedly had a counterfeit bill. What, really? That's like a misdemeanor where he would have got like a fine and maybe 3 months in jail. And so we are all right. This time is right. The spirit, the ancestral realms and the galactic realm and the astral realms are all ready and willing to show us how we have to move forward and begin to elevate to a new level of conscientious consciousness. Oh yeah, this is some shit I'm talking to y'all because it's the real deal. We got to stop playing these games, right? So people come to me and they ask me to show them how to do voodoo and how to do rituals and things like that. And I read them first and I say, you got problems in your body, like you got problems in your body, which means you're harboring shit from a past male relationship. And so if I clear this out right now, you're gonna jump right back into the next one. So I would rather clear that out first, and then let's see if we really need to do that anymore. Or if somebody is feeling, like for me, when I diagnosed myself with the thyroid issue, I knew it was a thyroid issue. I knew it was hyperthyroidism. And then I found out it was genetic. And then I thought about it. It's for people who feel as if they're waiting for their time to come. They're feeling like people are impacting and messing with their time. I look at my family gene line, and that's what it is. Hell, we got captured. We got put in here. We kept saying we was going to get our freedom. We kept saying we was going to have this. Now we got to fight for the land. We got to fight for this. We got to fight for that. We got to fight for this. We got to try to fight for this. We got to fight. So there it is. When is our time going to come? Once I did that, I no longer had that issue. Once you get to the root of what it is, and that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, you got to absolutely, Denise, I like that. Absolutely. Refocus and figure out what's important. What do you need to be doing right now? The shift is so needed. It's beyond, right? It's beyond. It's time to stop the bull crap. So when I give y'all readings today, y'all know it says that in the call every week. It says that in the call before I begin to give you your reading, your answer your question, not a reading. I'm giving you a question. I'm answering a question, right? A question that you have that is something that you really need an answer to, versus just some random stuff. Most of the times when y'all ask me things, y'all already know the answer. Y'all just want to be able to use me as an excuse, or one of the other people who are choosing to express their gifts as the reason why you got to tell that person they got to go, right? As the reason why you go tell that person like you done, or the reason why you gonna have a reason. And sometimes we just need to hear it because we're not strong enough in that moment. Okay, but it's time for you to get going. It's time for us to stop it. It's time for us to quit playing the games, quit accepting a whole bunch of bull crap just because it's something that's very common and popular. um so it's okay to be different. It's okay to access the spirit realm. It's okay. Whoever got that little heartburny thing going on in their chest, your heart is racing, you feeling a little bit of you kind of figuring out if it's indigestion or something. You need to breathe. You need to breathe, because what you're trying to do is hold back emotion, and it's not about holding back the emotion right now. It's about releasing your emotion so that it doesn't mess up your body. Ah, Markeisha, no, I'm not. I'm just saying what I'm saying, Markeisha. Right? So we're gonna be moving into our conversations, but somebody got some kind of like indigestion thing going on, right? It's up in this area. Okay. So it's telling me to tell you I'm working on it, but it's telling me to tell you you're not breathing, like it's all congested. Nope. Ain't nothing wrong with you besides that, right? You just need to relax. Let me tell y'all something. When y'all get all this tension and stuff behind you, that's because you are assuming that you are carrying the weight and the identity of everything and everyone around you. So let's push that out. Like just allow it to kind of come through on your body so we can release it. Right? You can even, I'm giving you the energy. All you gotta do is just believe it and trust it and run it across your body. Yeah, you feel like you're choking, right? Like something stuck in your throat. So you just ask it to leave. Get it out. Okay. Okay. Before I forget, because last time I forgot and I got fussed at, I want to share something with y'all real quick. We are going to be doing the inner healing retreat virtually, meaning it's going to be online. And so anybody that wants to come to the retreat would be online. It's still going to be 3 days. I'm just going to let that scroll on the bottom because I'll forget. It's bit.ly/IHR virtual. And it's $197. All you have to do is go to that link and it will let you either do the payment plan or pay up front, whatever the thing is. But it's going to be 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and half a day on Sunday. And we got practitioners coming in. We're going to be talking about the same stuff we would do at the retreat. You just can't physically touch me, but we're still going to do everything. We're going to do everything. And I've been in deep meditation and prayer because that's what I was told to do, is to go into deep meditation and hear, begin to send out some healing energies, begin to surround the space that I'm going to be in. It's going to be real nice. I'm actually going to be in Sedona when I do the retreat. Two of the practitioners are going to go with me up to Sedona for the weekend. And because we know we have to respect the fact that COVID is still here. And we do not want to do things that are not in alignment with what we need to be done to clean this earth and to clear it. Right? We want to be cautious always. We want to be cautious always. So please don't get it twisted. It's still here. I put bit.ly twice. I just realized I put bit.ly twice. So it's bit.ly/IHRVITRUAL virtual. So I put it in there twice. But anyway, so let's get started. As we are coming in, all you gotta do is post your question. So I'm gonna take this first question here and talk about the tingling of the hands. When you have tingling of the hands, that's energy that is settling in there. um it's not that there's something, it's also sometimes a sign of like infection. I don't see an infection in there. I'm gonna ask people again as you posting questions. Remember, I said I want you to really, really focus on what's most intentional for you. What do you need to know? Remove the fear. Let me pause before I answer this next question, this first question. As you're coming in, get centered. Take a couple of deep breaths and ask yourself, what is it that you need to know right here tonight? What is it that you need to know? So that way I can do more people and I can go a little longer if I ain't got to dig through all your fears, all your worries, all your cover ups, all that stuff. No judgment, no harm, no foul. I just want to serve as many people as deeply as I can, right? Because my energy is high right now. Like I'm literally on fire right now. I can literally feel the fire and stuff in my hands. And so, yeah, at first I was trying to see that you have something like, is this like a result of some type of infection in your body or even some type of illness? I don't see anything directly in your body, but I feel like what this is like a lack of energy. If you can get a chance to walk barefoot through it, and I'm also going to ask you to take a bath. Let me tell you, I don't know the English name or what it might be in your country, but it's a green leaf. Um, I'm hearing moringa, but it's not moringa. Um, so you just have to get. Let me focus on but it's showing you do a herbal foot soak. It's like these green thin leaves that you need. You put a little salt in there, and it's asking you to also put some honey within that so that you can soak your feet to pull out that extra energy. Also, it's asking me to put you some red pepper across your feet. You have a tendency of kind of being in everything at all time, and it's saying that you got to stop that because that's your warning. You're being guided, but you keep trying to dictate how you go and when you go. When you're told to go do something from the inside out, from the spirit realm, from the ancestral realm, when you get the word here and the word there and you see signs, you have to move, Sade. Absolutely, positively, you have to move. Okay, Marlena wants to know, what do you see for me as far as my career or the near future? Hmm. When I see you in your career, I feel like you are going to continue to excel in your career. You're going to be secure in safety, but also it's telling me that you really want to leave. Now the question is, do you want to leave because you just frustrated and overwhelmed, or are you trying to leave because you are afraid that you're going to end up living this life that's repeating and just having nothing there? Either way you choose, which I feel like you're about to leave this job and start something new, like a new business, a new thought, or something like that, some kind of new thing you're about to try or you're interested in trying, then I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to encourage you to do the work that you need to do so you can leave, but be in integrity with your current position. Yes, it's frustrating. Yes, they talk stuff. Yes, they don't seem to appreciate you, but it's not their job to appreciate you, right? It's not their job to appreciate you. It's your job to appreciate you. Sounds like a plan. All right. I got to keep going because I want to be out of here by 9:05. All right. So, Marlena, that's it. Your career, I really do see that you're still secure in your career, but I feel that you want to leave and go do something else. It might be entrepreneur or a whole new career. So I would go for it because I see it being good. My question tonight, too funny. The question that you're asking me, Crystal, why didn't you ask me? All right, so Crystal, here's what I got. You asked me for an ancestor that come forward. So there's two things that came forward. So it's so funny. I just looked at your picture, which I never hardly do, but I looked at your picture and I saw you with this light, or it looks like a tunnel. And I actually saw this man walking toward down this tunnel, down this hallway, and it has like hardwood floors, but it's a very thin hallway. And he's telling me, he was saying, quit feeling trapped, like you feeling like you trapped. He's like, why is this hallway so narrow? And he's talking about the way that you've been thinking. You're thinking very, very narrow minded when it comes to what you can do and what you should be doing, as far, especially about the money. Damn, he's throwing money at me. And he's saying that if she would just look, the money is right there. So if you've been trying to, you've had an idea, I would pursue that, Crystal. Wow. Wow, that came through. He was like, whatever. Now he's sitting up there like this, just kind of talking, right? You got a nice little watch on, long arms. Hey, honey. What is my calling? And if I don't have any, what do the spirits have to say to me? Your calling, as far as your life, is to live your life as a divine presence. That's everybody's calling. Everybody has their calling. Now, your purpose is what you love to do, no matter what. That's your purpose. So you have to match the fact that you're here to live life and express life in the highest form, along with what you love to do, and that becomes your calling, right? That's your contribution to this earth. The second thing is, you asked me about the spirits, and I'm only doing this because I had to explain what the calling was so you can understand that you already have it. So that's telling me that you just have to stop waiting for people to give you permission. You another one, you waiting, you know a lot of stuff, but you get afraid to implement because you think it's got to look a certain way. And they're telling me not to let you get away from here tonight without thinking. You another one, like your feet, my feet are on fire. You another one, you have the awareness, and you have the gift. You have a gift, a spiritual gift, but what you doing is that you plan and you scared to let it shine. So let it shine. You don't have to go out and do like I'm doing and be all on the internet and all on the television and things like that. But what you need to do is get into action with, because we need, that's going to clear out a lot of your mess around you. A lot of people, you're going to lose two people too. One of us a female, that's all that you've been wanting to get rid of anyway. So once you get it, spirit is saying that once you accept that you have a life to live and that you have a purpose, is what you love to do, is with to really help and nurture and be around, all that messiness, all that pettiness stuff, that's going to dissipate, because it can't exist in the same realm. Hey, Malika. Why you keep going back and forth with what your decision is going to be, especially regarding a relationship? I also see you in your house, you in your bedroom. Maybe this is your bedroom. Maybe this is, yeah, because it got a bed on. You're sitting on the edge of your bed and you are just literally scratching your head like, wow, like what do I do? Did I do the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? Is this ever going to change? You have what you believe, say. You have what you believe and say. You're speaking your future. You're speaking your life. I'll say something personal with you. I had a situation where I was really thinking like maybe I shouldn't be talking to this person. And I had to think about it. And as I said that, I heard Patrick come in my ear, which is my deceased love. And he said to me, he said, don't you dare start talking like that. Nothing's wrong with you. This is not inappropriate. This is good. I got your back. Go ahead and pursue. But you got to let go of stuff. You still trying to make everything. What is this about today? Yes. It's telling me you're trying to make things like very perfect. And that theme is coming up again. You're pulling yourself into trying to have all their ducks in a row. They don't have to be in the row. Sometimes you got to have a duck and a chicken, a duck and a dog. Just do what's best for you. And if you're not sure what that is, get quiet and start writing and say, what does Malika want? Who does Malika want to be in her life to share these beautiful things that she has to offer? Nobody takes care of you like you take care of you. But it's not always about the things and the exterior. It's about what you can do for you. When you land in your bed, when you doing nothing. Hey, Donna. No, you just distracted. I already put you on my altar a long time ago. Um, I came across you, or maybe you came across me when I was doing meditation on yesterday. And it says that Jonah's being pulled in too many directions. You're being pulled in too many directions. And so you're not really focused. So if you can imagine a star, remember those stars you used to draw as little children? And you know, your head is here, your arms is here, your arms here. You're trying to grow extra stuff. You're trying to be Kali. Kali is a destroyer. Kali is meant to come in and cleanse and take away stuff. And you keep trying to let people pull you in every direction because you have a connection. That is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to listen to the within and utilize what you hear from the within to guide people and help people. It is not for you to try to solve everybody's problem. It is not for you to be always available. And I'm going to tell you again, stop worrying about money. Stop worrying about money. When you worry about money, that shows you have no faith and no belief in what you're doing. Stop worrying about money. Money is present in your life. The reason why your money seems goofed up is because you are, again, being pulled in too many directions, spreading yourself too thin with people and trying to accommodate. No, that's not your responsibility. Break the cycle. Break the cycle. Money is a tool for the person it's been given to. It will help you love and support other people. It will support you in having luxuries and experiences, but you have no money problem. You don't. You're picking up other people's stuff. You got to break that fear. All right, let's keep going because I want to try to get out of here by 9:05. I don't went too far. All right. I done scrolled down so fast. Donna, you got me scrolling past everybody, girl. They said, close it up. This is a new system, y'all, but we still here. We still live. Hey. All right. Hey, Mariela, did you post your question? Thank you for joining us from Connecticut Life. All right. What do you see in my personal life? Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Stephanie, you like to attract love in a way that is very intense. And when the intensity wears off, there is, like, I see y'all. Okay, pretend this is both of y'all. Like, this is y'all at first, like, ah, and then you start doing this, right? So this person is still facing this way, but then you're turning because you're like, good, let's move on. And they're like, wait, you're supposed to be all like this. So when it's not there, you have conflict. So as far as your personal life goes, if the moment you get very clear on what you want and why, get to the root of why you need that. I feel the pain. I see the childhood. I see the middle. I see the teenage years, and I also see a little bit of you had two relationships that really bothered you. Um, I do see somebody with you right now. I do see someone with you right now. And if you guys are not in a formal relationship, you're hoping that it will turn into a relationship, or either it's a person that's coming right back. He has darker hair. Yeah. Darker hair, kind of pulls it back a little bit, wears it back or combs it back a little bit. Maybe comes about right here on his neck. Uh, the kind of a heavy voice, like heavy, strong voice. When I say strong voice, I'm not talking about like blah, blah, blah. I'm not talking like that, but like he has this powerful voice. Like he's like when he's talking, like he's talking. Okay. Yeah. So that's what I see for you. The things will smooth out for you as far as a personal life and having a love relationship, a real exchange of love. Absolutely. Cody had a dream that I was wearing a sweater and a cute beanie, and I was tired. So I walked into this room to lay down and lay in the bed smiling and comfortable. Yeah, that's peace. Comforts, beanies and sweaters are comfort. Beanies and sweaters are comfort, right? People wear that to be comfortable. That's that cozy clothes. Those are cozy clothes. You're walking into a room. This is your own space, your own place, and you can be very comfortable and you can lie down and be at peace. So I think that's very much in line when you got your reading earlier. I think that's very much in line with that. Hey, Marquisha. What's the best course of action I can take to help uplift my community by spiritual and physical things? How can you best manage and maintain the energy needed to put to work? Okay, yeah, you just got to do it. Like first of all, you got to clear your shit. Like you can't have no, uh, you cannot have distractions. So for me, I'm still healing from just watching a video of Ahmad and Brianna and the boy that was here, and I apologize when I see his face, but he's only 27 years old, or Tamir Rice. I'm still like healing from all those. I never because I picked that up for obvious reasons, right? So if you want to use your spiritual and physical skills, then what you should be doing is really going into meditation more, because meditation allows you to debunk and hear clearly. You should be sitting by your altar, setting up your altar so that you can call on the Lawa or the ancestral forces that you believe. One of the things we've been doing is we've been playing the drums more, asking for the Lawa and for the ancestors to give us insight on what to do. Look above and show us, look around us, show us the things we need to know, give the protection, let the warriors come back and fight, right? We asking for things like that because we need justice. It's not about harming people. It's about bringing about and having and fueling the people that need to be fueled to release the swelling and allow it to cleanse. It's not about harming people. It's about moving the spirit across the place so that the energy can flow and get rid of what has to be washed away. Remember, I said it's much like a uh, a wave that's coming. So y'all got to remember that. There's a reason. So what you know is what you use. What you know is what you use, and you combine that because when all of us are focusing on the energy to move forward, to be brave, to be strategic, to be protected, to eliminate barriers, to shift mindsets, to shift energies, to protect us, to block us, all that stuff, you need to be focusing on that. But you can't do that shit if you just, you on something different. There are going to be some more sacrifices. There are. We can't get away from that. Ah, is that what that is, Marlena? Okay. It'll work. Okay, hi, Mariela. I hope I'm saying your name, Mariela. Mariela. Okay, so let's see if we can find Miss Torres. You also are another spiritual being. You also are someone that really is into finding out how to be a Brudra, how to work spiritual things. You also are looking and going through a process. They're showing me something about a relationship. I don't feel like that relationship is very strong. So because that person's body is turned opposite of you, you guys are either have broken up or you're on the fringe of breaking up. There's no real connection there anymore. And it could be, but that person is rather angry. They're a very angry person right now. We're going to just go from there. But what they're telling me most importantly is that you can't allow yourself to get stuck inside your head because it's bringing on a form of depression. Absolutely. Yeah, and we don't need that low frequency energy of guilt or doubt, frustrations. We don't need that kind of energy to be a part of your life, especially because you know some things and you should be acting upon those things right now to build up your household where you live and get into action. Yeah. I need you to get yourself back on higher frequencies. Absolutely positively so it is. That's what I'm getting. You got to release things that are distracting you from being more conscious of your life and getting your money right and getting your household together. Something about that house. Hey, Roberta. Um Let's see what we can do. Roberta, you another one. You're panicking. You're bringing forth energy, scattered energy, because you're not focusing on what you do know. Okay, so I need you to get back centered. Focus on your daughter. Let your daughter continue to be your joy and your entertainment. Right? This is your younger daughter, a little girl. Then, yeah, that's what I see. It's like that's where your source of extra joy and energy is going to come from. So if you can remember that, then you're going to be able to go forward and be positive. I also see something about, again, you need to, if you're not cooking anymore because you've been ordering out, it's telling me to tell you to go back in the kitchen. And I'm also smelling your grandmother again. I believe this is your grandmother that's coming forth. She's showing me something about a kitchen and a house dress, and she went to the refrigerator and she's touching it, and she's telling me to tell you, you need to start cooking again. You need to start spending that time to cook and center yourself and release it. It's not about how much you eat, it's about the fact, the act of cooking, because that's when you felt connection. I know I see what you're going to and where you want to go, but it's not about eating as much as it is about the process of creating the alchemy, the chemistry that is found, and the healing and the concentration that you put into cooking food. Just cook a smaller portion. Yeah, we used to cook a whole big pan, but maybe now you just cook the little small uh souffle plan of it, right? And we used to cook in a big skillet. We used to cook the whole thing, but now maybe only cook two pieces, right? Or you used to cook a whole bag of potatoes, now you only cook one potato, and you'd be satisfied in that. All right. All right. Let's see. Quneitra. Crystal, is that for me? Who is he? This man's feeling like a father figure to me. And if he's not your father, then he must be an uncle of some sort, because he's coming in with a very much an authoritative feeling of me, and he feels older. He feels like a father figure, uncle figure for you. Wow, he popped right back up as soon as I read that question. All right, so let's go back. So let's see. Crystal, okay, Quneitra wants to know, do you have anything from my grandmother, Helen Thorpe? Oh, Miss Helen is a gentle soul. I mean, she has a good heart. She could be very forward. So in that space of, hang on one second, y'all. I just wanna get this, stop this phone from vibrating because it's touching my hand. So hang on. Okay. All right, thank you. I just wanted to get that phone turned off because I was irritating my phone. All right, so Miss Thorpe, let's see where she come. I can feel her energy. She has a full face, very dark eyes, like her eyes are very, they pull you in. She says, Quneitra, you know that I'm here with you. What is the issue with something with the land or some type of, you got something with something going on with a possession of hers or something that was related to her? You were trying to you were trying to say that this isn't the way she would want it to be. Can you give me some feedback on that? Because that's what she's telling me about. She's also showing me her house. She used to live with the road that comes to her house. So Kenitra, what she's saying is that it's not about, it's about, you know that she's there for you, and you just need to do what's right for you. She's all right. And is there some kind of conflict? She's also talking about some kind of conflict that would have been around something that was associated with her owning. Okay, baby. I'll have to come back, Donna. You know, I'm trying to do one question because I got to get out of here at 9. Interesting. I don't see a move happening within the next 3 months. It feels like your move ends up happening when it's cold. I feel cold. I see people in coats. So you might be getting in the winter time. It's kind of grayish. And I usually associate that with like the winter times is not a lot of sun, et cetera, et cetera. It's cooler, but you guys have on coats when you're moving. Also, you're going to end up moving somewhere that has like a gated community. If you're talking about moving with somebody else, please make sure that all finances and all information is accurate. It's also giving me that too, but it's going to be a nice place. Yes, I do. I do post all videos. All videos, well, as soon as I'm done, it's going to post again. You just got to go back and find your name. That's why the question is up on the screen and you'll be able to get it. My grandmother's a herbalist and she showed me a lot of things to persons with tingling hands. Absolutely. That's what it is. Thank you, my life mail, because I could not remember what that was, what that leaf was. But that is, I was like I said, it said Morgina, but that wasn't the one that came to my mind. But Morgina is a type of tea you could drink. So thank you, Mel. I love you, girl. I love my family. Y'all helping me out. Thank you so much for that. Okay. But it's also having you, Sade, in addition to this tea, to this green leaf tea, it also wants you to put those other items that I told you to put in there. Hey, Sierra. I feel like you will find a new place, but one of the challenges, you're gonna have a challenge with something. So wherever you are at right now and what you're trying to do with this apartment or how this situation is clearing out with how you leaving where you at now, it's telling you when you get ready to look for a new apartment, you want to make sure you get you an apartment. Don't just grab the first one because I feel like you're very anxious right now. But it's showing me one door, two door, three door, four doors. So try to consider. Don't grab the first one, but begin to look at those four doors. You're gonna have a couple of options. Okay. You're welcome. Yeah, it did, honey baby. It's saved, as I said. Want to remind everybody that what's scrolling at the bottom is the link to go and register for the retreat. There is a payment plan. Um, it's 197. It's 197 for the retreat. So you can go ahead and sign up. And we do have a payment plan. It's July 17th, 18th, and 19th. July 17th, 18th, and 19th. Absolutely. Thank you all for sharing that. You're welcome. Everybody's welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. Okay, I think we're clear. So, oh, we made it right on time, right on time. Woo, right on time. 5 minutes to 9. All right, so we're doing good. The only thing I want to remind everybody is that if you want a private reading where I have readings as little as 10 minutes for $25, and then I have a 30-minute reading, and then I have a 1 hour reading. If you come on and you do that, you go to Sista E, bit.ly/Sista E is also in the comments. You can find me on Facebook as Sista Efua. And all you have to do is just send me a message and I'll send you the link for you to set up your appointments. The reason why I do that is that I do not want to keep having the opportunity, be responsible for um trying to book appointments. I do everything by appointment. It's easier that way. Sometimes you can get in within the hour, but it's really important that you book your own private reading. And you're welcome, love. You're welcome that you book your own private reading. And I gotta think. Hey, Sharika, I saw you sneak in. Okay. Stephanie says, do you have time for another question? Does my daughter have anything for me? Oh, your daughter. Oh, she came through right away, quick dancing and like happy, jovial. So she's giving you a big virtual hug. Can you feel that hug, right? Feel the hug from her. She's like wrapping her arms like she's trying to like hug you on your neck. You really needed that too. She says you have to live your life, mom. Yeah. See, we try to hold on to stuff and use that as an excuse. No. Hey, Veronica, you got in right under the gun. Hey, Veronica, you want to know about your daddy? Your daddy did your He's saying yes. He's of course he's around you. Does your daddy smoke? Have you been smelling smoke? He's telling me something about smoke. Like my nose is burning from smoke. He's also telling me something about about your health as well. That you need to take better care of your health. So you have to get into that moment when we are doing stuff. Absolutely. Yeah, he's showing me something about your health, but he's also telling me something about this chair, wherever this room is that you're sitting there. And that's part of your challenge. Ooh, girl, these parents ain't playing with y'all. Happy Father's Day. Whatever you was planning for his Father's Day, he's saying something about Happy Father's Day. So I don't know if you're planning to do something or you decided that you're gonna do something for your father for Father's Day. It definitely came through. He's definitely aware of that and excited and looking forward to that. Okay, that was for Veronica. You welcome. You welcome. Yeah. Hey, Sharika, missed you earlier. Ah, your baby is 6. Okay, yeah, it showed me. Yeah. Roberta, just because you hate it don't mean you have to do it. But there's a reason why they're probably telling you that to get yourself prepared. I know you keep telling me there's delay. I don't feel a connection with them as I do with angels. And that's okay. Angels are, in my mind, angels are ancestors. Just so you know, for me, Markeisha, I'm glad you said that. People talk about angels. Angels to me are ancestors. They're spiritual beings that have access to the divine realm. God, life source, creator, right? Hey, Thalia. Thalia, you are very much having fear right now. They're really trying to cradle you to get rid of some of this extra anxiety and uncertainty that you have. In particular, there's a woman coming forth. She feels like she's uh, 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 I want to say a name, but I want to call her, but she's trying to get me to say it in a different language. Like, I'm saying babushka, but that ain't probably, I don't feel like that's the right way. But like it's like a word she's trying to say, but it's like, and she's got this covering on over her. Very, very fragile looking hands, like very thin hands, right? And she's just saying, "Oh my," and she's just really trying to hug you and said, and trying to encourage you that it's going to be well. But she's speaking in a different language, which is, if I'm right, that would make sense because based upon your last name and your first name. But it sounds more European. I don't know what this is. I don't want to get too deep into it because I'm not good at understanding languages. Okay. All right. Well, that's fine. You're welcome. You better get your recipe book. She's just supporting you, Denise, as you're coming out into your more of your activation of your awareness of how you're supposed to impact this planet. Your grandmother is also trying to give you also, she's also surrounding your chest area. She's talking to you about that. You also doing double talk. You starting to do double talk again. Can't do double talk. You don't have to try to beat the clock. There is no clock for you to beat. You need to be in alignment with the synchronicity of time, because that is our second greatest asset, and we are also in alignment with it. She's showing you as a little girl. I don't know if you used to go to her house and there's this one little spot. She's showing like you used to, it's almost like you were trying to hide, or that was like your way of leaning up against like this doorway or entryway. She's definitely here with you more. Oh, Spanish. Okay, okay. Thank you for that, Thalia. Okay. Yes. See, and that's probably why she's telling you to do that, because then maybe she'll be able to download into you, right? So that you can experience what she needs you to know to get you through the next space in the next phase. All right, y'all. It is 9 o'clock. Again, I am Sister Efua. I thank y'all for allowing me to serve y'all. Um, I appreciate everybody giving me an opportunity to serve them. Yeah, I love y'all. Let me see y'all ancestors. I mean, I miss mine as well in the physical, but I know that it is all good. One of the things you do is you just get quiet to connect, Stephanie. You get quiet, you allow yourself to do it and begin to create the space to bring the things that remind you of them. For me, for instance, I miss my grandfather. Here he goes. Hey, Darren Daddy. When I miss my granddaddy, I think about the Cracker Jacks. I think about the times we used to sit. I used to sit on his lap in his chair, how we used to have conversations, and how he used to always would tell me, little stories about my history and my culture. I think about that. I hear his voice. He was this silent, calm. I mean, like I can't even explain it. Like just talking about him now, I can seriously feel and see him. I'm looking at him. Right. It's the same thing when you are dealing with any of your, you got to begin to bring the space, open up a space for them. The retreat on July 17th, 18th, and 19th. I'll be back on Tuesday to talk about to do spiritually speaking again. Those of you that wanted to join me in this Speakers Academy, Spiritually Speaking Alchemy Academy, I am working on that. We took the link down because it kept glitching. So I got to redo the link, but it's going to be $30 a month. We're going to be talking more in depth about how to do just what Stephanie is talking about. And I think I have what blocked. Yeah, you can unblock it, baby. Good night, baby. Peace and love and life you are. Um, yeah, but we can do that. We can work on that. So, like I said, I'll post it sometime this week once the new link is up. Thank you all for being here with me and celebrating me in this moment with you. And thank you, Ashe, and so it is to all of our family, all divine spirit presences that have come through intergalactically. And also, I want to tell y'all gonna see the shift in the. It just showed me like the atmosphere. There's gonna be some changes in the energy, changes in the weather. We're gonna about to see another shifting in the weather. If y'all thought the weather was a little off, it's about to get even off even more, because again, it's got to clean up all this stuff. It's got to clean up all this stuff. All right. Y'all have peace and life. Good night, everyone. Talk to y'all soon.